Hey guys, it's Drew here. Got an electrical hack for you today. This is if you would like to put a light somewhere where you just where you have a plug. It can be an outdoor light or anything like that. What you're gonna, first of all, a couple tips here. If you're dealing with electricity anytime, you might want to know what you're doing. Make sure the power shut off. This is something that's a little more simple. This is a plug, so this is not live electricity. You're creating a plug for a light, and then you're going to have a remote operated switch. So just so you buy one of these plugs. It comes apart here. I think they're $1 or so at Home Depot or Lowe's. You buy one of these. Okay, and you buy some wire. This is Romex wire, and it's 14 gauge by 2, I believe, 14 by 2. So you don't, or you can also buy, if you don't want to buy this thick wire that goes in a wall, you can usually buy like an extension cord, or even use an extension cord. Just cut the end off on one side, and anyway, if you do that, you'll have a plug for it. Yeah. Okay, but I decided to use the Romex wire. So anyway, what you do is, this is, you need to know which wires are your ground and which are not. Okay, so green is your ground. That's the one that's open here when you split it. The white is your neutral, and the black is your hot wire, or as they say. So, okay, and now on the screws, it can be a little tough to tell which one goes with which. You'll notice one screw is a little more shiny silver than the other. The other one's a little bit, the other one's actually like a brass color. So your brass color is the hot, and your shiny white is your silver is the neutral, and then you've got your ground. So this is a 3-prong plug here. Okay, so then you just basically, once you get it together, you're gonna put the top back on. I actually made a mistake here. I connected this before I put this piece on, so I gotta undo it again. But it all plugs into one. Now, let me show you what I did in the shed here. Okay. So I have electricity in the shed here. I installed a floodlight right there. I drilled a hole through the wall, and I hooked that floodlight up. And I came in here where there's an outlet, and this actually has a remote. There's a remote switch. This thing is great. So the plug, this is for the other one I did. It's one of those plugs. Plugged it in right here. And like I said, you could probably use an extension cord and just cut the end off, although that might be a little more expensive than just using Romex wire. So this green light, there's also a keychain remote that I use in my house to turn this floodlight on. So it's on. Let's go back outside. There it is. So now you got a switch, and my house is back over here, so I have the keychain switch inside. It's really great. So if you need to install a light somewhere outside, and you don't want to deal with all the power, like electrical wiring and stuff, you can do this. You can add a plug to a cord to a remote control, and there it is. So yeah, this works really great. I love this. And this was $10 at Walmart. $10 for the remote switch at Walmart. And it just plugs in right into the wall, right there like that. That's all it is. So great. I mean, it was awesome. You'd think I'd pay a lot more for something like that. But anyway, all right. So, like I said, Romex cord. I got 25 foot. Or if you're gutsy, you can chop off half of a extension cord. But I'm not sure whether that's cheap or not. But it's probably pretty safe to use too. I did it the Romex way, and I went all the way up through my rafters here, and I did this sort of unofficial. I drilled a hole there. And then I bought a box for the outside of this. So we're dancing around here. But, this is the first time I've done this. This took me about 2 hours to install. It's just figuring out where to drill the holes and putting everything together. But it really should only be like a 1 hour, half an hour to an hour project. And I'm also going to do another light right through here. And that one's going to plug in as well. That's the plug I'm working on right now. So guys, if you need to add some lights to an area and you have power outlets, you can create switches for those lights. All right, guys. Well, this is Drew. I hope this video helped you out. Like I said, I'm not really into showing exactly how, there's probably some videos on how these work, but these are just simple screw pieces. You just screw them in. And anytime you're dealing with electricity, please use safety. There are testers you can use. some of the pliers have testers, and it's a little beeping stick. But this project does not involve live electricity because you can unplug it. Obviously, you don't want to plug. Please don't plug it in until you've got all your bare wires, unexposed. So obviously, while you're putting that light in on the outside, you do not want to plug it in. So, all right, guys, this is Drew. I hope this idea helps you out. This is kind of a quick hack for installing a floodlight or a light where you have an outlet. You just run a cord through there. All right, guys, have a good one. Subscribe and stay tuned. I'll have more great videos. Thanks.